Hello friends, welcome back to our subject Input Marketing Management. So friends, in last lecture we already discussed about the different seed production organization. So we discussed that there are major three sectors in seed production, that is public sector, private sector and public private partnership, or it we also called as PPP model. So in public sector, there are three sub uh, organizations which work under the public sector. The first one, National Seed Corporation, then second one is State Farm Corporation of India, and third one is State Seed Corporation of India. So National Seed Corporation, which we already discussed in last session. Now we'll start with State Farm Corporation of India. So State Farm Corporation of India, in short we can call it as SFCI. So student, for exam point of view, for writing a abbreviation you have to remember National Seed Corporation, that is NSC, then State Farm Corporation of India, that is SFCI, even State Seed Corporation, SSC. So this short form you have to remember. Now the State Farm Corporation of India was established in 1969 under the Companies Act 1956. So this public sector organization who are involved in the activity of seed production, it established in the year 1969 and it established according to the Companies Act 1956. So this is about establishment of State Farm Corporation. So when it was established, it established in 1969 under the Companies Act 1956. So the work which performed by State Farm Corporation of India, the first one is to develop wastelands. So they have to develop the wasteland, they have to make a wasteland for a useful purpose. So they have to make a development in a wasteland and that land can be used for a seed production. Then take up large scale agricultural production. So another function of SFCI is to take up large scale agriculture production, means to increase the area under the production and to have to take the large agriculture production in a large scale. So there will be the commercialization in the seed production or in a agriculture. Then firstly, the seed production activity started in 1956. So first seed production activity, that is certified seed production activity, started in 1956. Then later SFCI also started producing breeder seeds. So certified seed first started in 1956 for a production, and after the certified seeds, the breeder seeds production has been started by SFCI. Then prepares development plan for production of seeds. So another function of State Farm Corporation to prepare a production plant or to develop a plants for a seed production. So there should be the establishment of new plants, then there should be the implementation of that plants, and that plants should be the to increase the production of a seed, to make a development in seed production and make available of seed in a required quantity to each and every farmer. So the another function that comes under the function of SFCI is to prepare a development plan for production of seeds. Then shareholder growers for State Seed Corporation. So another function is shareholder, means the contributors in the State Seed Corporation has to be increased. The number of contributors or number of shareholders should be increased. So these are the functions of State Farm Corporation of India. The next one is State Seed Corporation. So State Seed Corporation was established on March 28, 1978. In 13 states to widen the network of production and distribution channels. So state seed corporations started to establish in March 1978, and initially it was established in 13 states, and the main purpose of establishment of state seed corporation is to widen the network of production, means increase the number of producers of a seed, or increase or widen the network of production and distribution of channels. Not only widen the network of production, as well as increase the distribution channels, or we can say increase or making a product available, seed available to the farm for the seed for a production purpose. So this was a primary purpose, to widen network of production as well as widen the distribution channels. Then there are major functions which has to perform by seed corporation, state seed corporation. The first one is production of seeds. So it is a primary function to take a production of a seeds, and that should be in optimum quantity, so every farmer will get a seed at a required time. Then processing of seeds. After the production, there should be the processing of seeds. Then storage of seeds, maintaining a stock. As seed production is taken the previous year, and that can be used the next year for a sowing purpose. So for that 1 year, there should be the storage, there should be the keeping the quality of that seeds, purity of seeds, then keeping the germination. So all this comes under the storage of seed. Then marketing of certified seeds. And another function of state seed corporation is to marketing of a certified seed. So these are the major functions of state seed corporation, that is production of seed, processing of seeds, storage of seeds, and marketing of certified seeds. Then there are other players in private in the seed productions are the private sector, and that is public private partnerships. So private sectors, there are so many companies those are involved in seed production activity, just like Syngenta, then Bayer, there are Deepak's fertilizers. Even there are so many companies, they are in a seed. Even Ankur Seed is there, Mahabij is there. So there are Mahabij is not a private sector, okay. It's so there are so many companies who are in private sector, and they are in a seed production. Again, there are so many companies who are working public private partnership. So student, it is the another assignment for you. You have to make a list of private sector companies as well as public private partnership models. Then now we are going to discuss in short the seed industry scenario. So what is the current scenario of seed industry? So India is a unique example wherein private and public sector companies coexist and share seed market combinedly. So India is a example where there are the private seed producers, there are the public sector companies, and they are together concentrate on a market share. So they have a concentration on a market share. So it is not only to the public sector or not only to the private sector, but both have a concentration in the market sector. And then Indian seed industry, the total world market of seed is $30 billion. The Indian market seed market is 3.06 of total. So India contribute 3.06% of the total world seed market. Then market turnover, market share, public sector 30%, private sector 70%. So in a seed industry, private sector contribute the 70% and the public sector contributes the 30%. Then market volume, so 70% public sector and 30% private sector. Then growth rate of seed industry is 5%. Projected GR of seed industry is 18%. So projected growth rate of seed industry at 18%, current growth rate is 5%. Then impressive growth, that is the maize seed, which is of 23%. So maize seeds shows a significant growth rate, that is the 23%. Then seed exported from India rupees 115 crore. And public sector deals low value high volume seed, whereas private sector low volume high value seeds. So this is about the scenario of seed industry of India. Then demand of seed. So students, as I told in first lecture, the seed or all the agriculture inputs shows the derived demand. So the demand for seed. So if we considered every plot of land is meant of showing up crops required seed. So every plot required seeds. Then there is a demand for seed in a country for about 200 million hectares of gross cropped area. So India has a 200 million hectares gross cropped area. So every area, every land, it has a seed demand. So we can say the Indian seed industry has a demand of 200 million hectares for a seed. The demand for seed for field crop is seasonal in nature. As I told, the demand for seed is seasonal in nature. Every crop, it has a specific season, and that crop we can grow in a particular season. So demand for that product is a seasonal basis. So as I told, the uh, the seed has to be make available when it will required. So if the farmer is taking the kharif crop, so the supplier have to supply the kharif seeds in a kharif season only. After the kharif season making a seed available, then there is no use. So availability of a seed at a time, at a season, it is very important. Every year new seed is required for sowing purpose. So seed, we have a seed is a recurring demand, means every year there is a demand, there is a recurring demand, regeneration of a demand for a seed. So there every year there is a demand for a seed. Then another important characteristics of demand for seed is that aggregate demand is relatively price inelastic. Yeah, this is also one important term you have to remember, that price inelastic demand is for seed. Even there is an increase in a price, farmers purchase a seed. Even 5 kg is priced for 5,000. If farmer has a 1 acre of land and he required a 5 kg seeds, and he has that seed has a price of 5,000, even price goes up to the 6,000, even farmer will purchase a 5 kg of seed. So that demand is inelastic in nature, means whatever the price, farmer will purchase the exact quantity is required for a sowing purpose. So seed demand for seed is price inelastic, because as I told, it's a compulsory input for the crop production, means change in the price has no effect on seed demand. So this is all about seed demand. Then those farmers who enter the market to buy their seed requirements are of two categories. So here the categories of farmers are given. The when farmer enters in a market, he has two types of categories. The first one is those who demand quality seed, certified seed, and new varieties. So there are two categories of farmers. The first category of farmer, he required or he demand quality seed. He required quality seed, he required certified seed, and he always looking for a new varieties. Means we can say this is a innovative farming. He looking forward, he has a knowledge, good knowledge of a seed. Then he demand for a quality seed. He demand the quality seed, as well as he also looks toward the certification or certified seeds, and he always enthusiastic to know about the new varieties. So that is the one quality. Then another quality of farmer is those who demand quality seed but not specifically certified or any particular variety seeds. So another type of category, that the farmer required a quality seed, but he is not looking towards the certified seeds or a new variety. We can say the last year he has purchased the one variety, and that variety given him a good production. So again he will purchase the same variety. He is not looking towards the, is there any new variety coming in the market, or there is availability of new variety seeds in the market, or they either that variety is certified or not. He is not looking towards those parameters. He only purchased those seeds. He know that that seed has a good quality. So these are the two category of farmers. Then effective demand for quality certified seeds can be estimated by one way, as quantity of certified seeds that is produced and sold to farmers in previous years. So for demand estimation, there are so many ways to estimate a demand for a seed, but the one way that is given here, that the quantity of certified seed that is produced and sold to farmers in previous year. So previous year data for production and sold quantity can be used as a demand prediction for a next year, or demand forecasting for a next year. Then demand supply gap. So in order to fulfill this demand supply gap, a new program of seed development was launched with effect from October 1988. So in October 1988, the one program was launched, that is to order to fulfill demand supply gap. The program was launched in 1988. In this program, special emphasis was given to the import of high quality seeds, strengthen and modernization of quarantine facilities, and the development of domestic seed industry. So the seed development program was launched in October 1988. The main purpose of launching this program was to fulfill the demand supply gap of a seed. So how they will fulfill that demand? So their more emphasis is to import a quality seeds, so that gap can be fulfilled by importing the seed, or strengthen the modernization of quarantine facilities, or another way is to strengthen the modernization of the facilities and development of a domestic seed industry. So there should be the development in a domestic seed industry. So that's it. This is was about this demand supply gap. Then seed marketing and distribution. So these are the some channels through which seed uh, distributed to the farmer. So first channel, that is public or private, either it is a public or private producer or supplier. It goes to the distribution, then dealer, retailer and farmers. The next channel, that public private producer, that is cooperative federations, then affiliate primary society and farmers. The next one is public private, then agro industry corporations, block level officers and farmers, and the public private, then agriculture universities and farmers. So these are the some marketing channels through which the seeds going to be distributed. So students, in today's session we discuss about the seed scenario of seed industry, the demand supply of a seed, demand supply gap of a seed, then the State Farm Seed Corporation. So student, up to today's lecture we have covered our first input, that is the seed. In next session we are going to discuss about the fertilizer. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, any doubt, you can contact on our group. Thank you.